Sources Part 1 Created and presented by Raju Osman, Assistant Professor in History. All the material which has a direct bearing or can be any assistance in reconstructing the history of a particular period are called as historical facts or resources or sources. History can be broadly taken to indicate the first in general, but is usually defined as the study of the first from the point at which there were written resources onwards. Sources is very important in the creation of any state, any nation's history. Therefore, sources is very useful to the creation any history. Therefore, sources is a backbone of history. So, we sources divided in two parts. First one archaeological sources, second one is literary sources. In this video, I focus only on archaeological sources. Archaeological sources. Archaeological sources has contributed a lot of the history of ancient India, and its importance cannot be over emphasized. Emphasized, the archaeological evidence is obtained by the systematic, skilled examination of the buildings, monuments, coins, inscriptions, and work of arts. The credit for excavating the pre-Aryan first goes to Sir William Jones of Asiatic Bengal Society. This society was established on 1st January 1784, and James Princip, the secretary of the Asiatic Bengali Society, succeeded for the first time in despairing the Brahmi script, and General Sir Alexander Cunningham, one of its royal engineers, dug out the ruins of ancient site of free Aryan culture. From his arrival in India in 1831, Cunningham, the father of Indian archaeology, devoted every minute to could spare from his military duties to the study for the material remains of ancient India until in 1862. The Indian government established the first of archaeological surveyor to which he was appointed until his retirement in 1885. He devoted himself to the unraveling of India's past with complete single heartedness. So, archaeological sources to importance of history along with literary sources. This is artifacts of archaeological. This is artifacts, skeleton, pottery, plates, and other things of all of this is all of things are archaeological sources. Sir William Jones and Sir Cunningham also appear in this video. This is artifacts of first time. Um, laying, laying things and temples and coins or seals. Those are a artifacts of the archaeological sources. Weapons, also weapons, sculpture, and warfare things are article or archaeological sources. Also, archaeological sources are divided in majorly four parts. First one, numismatics. Second one, inscriptions. Third one, monuments. Fourth one, excavation. Numismatics. Numismatics is the study of or collections of the currency, including coins, tokens, coins, paper, money, and related objects. While numismatics are often character, characterized as the students or collectors of the coins. Some of coins there recently banned Indian coins 1 rupee, 25 paise, 10 paise, 10 paise, and past coins of India. This is Persians rulers coins and uh, old golden coins found in the excavation work. Recent or present Indian coin and Indian rupee. Those are old Indian coins. Coins study is very useful in the history. Therefore, usage of coins. So, what are used for the study of numismatic? So, we find out the main things of these points. So, firstly, to be know name of the king, that time, that dynasty. Title of the kings. Third one, king's personal religion and God. The fourth one, interest in art of the rulers or emperors or kings. The next one, to be know economic conditions that time. And the next one is to be know era or Shakavarsha um, or other eras. Development in technology, literary, and other things. So this point out through the study of coins. Next one is inscriptions, also called as shasanas. Epigraphy. Epigraphy is a study of inscriptions or epigraphs as writing. It is the science of the identify the graphies. Some of old epigraphy or inscriptions is useful to the creation of history. What is inscription? Inscription is a order of king. First time, almost all kings order the sum of important places. That order mentioned in metal, rock, and wall of the temples or wall of the uh, main public area. In this photos, inscription in metal, inscription in wall or metal, inscription in wall. You see, this is a metal, this is a also metal inscriptions. So rock inscriptions there. This is a metal inscription. Persian or Persian model inscription is there. Totally found out the inscription in India nearly 1 lakh inscription found out in India. So almost all India's kings release the almost order in metals, rocks, wall of public places, and metals. Next is usage of the inscriptions. Donate the things. They especially kings uh, donate the land or built a temple. In this, whatever things in mentioned in the inscription also mentioned the donating things, donating event, ಅಥವಾ donate the subject. Next point is war conditions. Some of inscription mentioned in this inscription, the war conditions, war between, war held in the place. Next point out the thing to be know name of the king, time, and the dynasty. Title of the kings. Next one, king's personal religion and god. To be know economic conditions that time or to be know economic conditions that time. And next one, vast of kingdoms area. Next one, geographical identification. These points are found out in the found out in inscriptions. Next point is monuments. Monument is a type of structure that was explicitly created to commemorate a person or event or which has become relevant to a social group as a part of their remembrance of historic times or cultural heritage due to its artistic, historical, political, technical, or architectural importance. Some of architectural or monuments is there. This is a Hampi, Kar, Rock, Rakaka. This is a Sanchi Stupa, Sanchi Buddha Stupa. This is a Ellora, Ajanta. Sorry, this is a Ellora sculpture or Ellora monuments. This is a Elephanta. This is a Elephanta. This is a most eminent monuments in India. Usage of monuments. Before usage of monuments, we go to India is a rich country in monuments of history periods. Next one, usage of the monuments to be no architecture style. Usage of monuments to be no architectural style. King's personal religion and God to be no economic conditions of that time and to be no era, Shaka era, Vikrama era, and also anything. Donate the things to the temples. Next one, name of the kingdom. Next point out in the geographical identification. Next one, parts of the monuments. Next one, excavation is important in the history. Excavation involves the recovery of the several types of the data from a site. This data includes artifacts, portable objects made or modified by the humans, features, non-portable modifications to the site itself, such as post models or burials. This is excavated founded the site. This site was founded by the excavation method. Dayaram Sahani was one of the archaeologists in India. He was discovering place of Harappa, the main city of Harappa civilization. He founded the Harappa city in 1921. This is a archaeological sources, archaeological sites of the excavated areas. You see the excavating this area and already excavated, and those are already excavated. This is a burial, samadhi, and a storage center. Sir John Marshall and Daram Sahani and R.C. R.C. Banerjee. R.C. Banerjee. Those are very a scholar in the excavation sector. Therefore, they discover the say Harappa civilization's main sites. So, Daram Sahani discovered the Harappa city, and Daram Sahani discovered the Mohenjo-daro in 1922, and Sir John Marshall is team to discover the Harappan civilization and published the London newspaper, and then Indian civilization or Harappa civilization founded the excavation method. So, excavation is a very important to the found out the ancient sites. Uses of excavation to be knowing architecture style, to be know conditions of the that time, to be knowing era, donate the things to temples, name of the kingdom, geographical identification, forts of the monuments and culture of that time. So thank you for watching. Thank you. Thank you.